Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ASEAN-Korea Startup Week 2022, streaming live from Seoul. It is an honor to introduce myself to you today. My name is Henry Shin, and I'm delighted to be your MC for the next 2 days. The ASEAN-Korea Startup Week, organized by the ASEAN-Korea Center, invites promising startups from the 10 ASEAN member states and provides opportunities to pitch their ideas to Korean and global investors. Participating startups of the ASEAN-Korea Startup Week will take part in a business pitching contest where the top 4 will be selected. Today, we will see startups from 5 out of 10 ASEAN member states pitch to a panel of judges. Before we begin the pitching, I will provide a brief overview of the evaluation process. A panel of 6 judges will assess the performance of the startups in the pitching and Q&A sessions. The panel consists of startup experts in Korean startup ecosystems. The panel will provide their feedback and insights for all the startups. And the 4 startups that receive the highest score will be announced tomorrow during the awards ceremony. And now allow me to introduce our judges who are joining us. Danny Han, CEO, Diokos. Paul Myers, founder, Asia Founders Coaching. Sharon Nawire, Senior Digital Marketing Manager, Soulbridge International School of Business. Ted Nam, CEO, BusinessNet Incorporated. Roger Royo, Professor and Head of Startup Center, Soulbridge International School of Business. And finally, Razia Usman, Regional Director, International Relations at Usong University. As for the participants, we have 27 startups pitching this year. 15 pitches will be delivered today, while the remaining 12 pitches can be seen tomorrow. Each startup is allowed 3 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes to answer questions from the judges after their pitch, and there will be a 10-minute break on each day after half of the pitches. So now, without further ado, let's begin the ASEAN-Korea Startup Week 2022. The first team to pitch is Uniance by Dasir Corporation from Brunei Darussalam. They are a creative digital agency providing services such as digital marketing, branding, consultancy, and training for MSME, which is micro, small, and medium enterprises of Brunei. So let's welcome Uniance.
Hello, my name is Najmi and I am the founder of Unions. Did you know, according to research done by Global Council, that there is rising healthcare expenditure across ASEAN countries? Health issues do not only mean treatment costs, but also directly affect the income of the patient and his or her family, which could also have effects on macroeconomic consequences. I believe the insurance sector has a role to play in helping individuals save for not only post-retirement income, but also in time of need. However, most insurance companies are still using conventional methods. According to research, the agent channel is proven to be inefficient and prone to flaws as considerable mis-selling happens. Underwritings are still done manually, and these processes can go up to weeks or even months. On top of that, clients still have to pay first using their money before they can claim from their insurance companies. As a result, people are reluctant and underutilizing their insurance benefits. Here at Unions, we unify insurance company under one platform integrated with AI technologies, where we simplify and digitalize the processes such as underwriting so that clients can have faster insurance applications and get the best quote from the company simultaneously. On top of that, we connect it to healthcare organizations, creating an ecosystem between insurance companies, healthcare organizations, and businesses. So clients can get their medical treatment anywhere using their insurance policies without upfront payment, as long as they have the right policies. Our target market is businesses, especially large corporations. These are the statistics registered businesses in Brunei. As a start, we aim to capture 10% of the large enterprise market. We are also looking to scale our business into Southeast Asia market in the future through strategic partnerships so our clients can enjoy their insurance benefits anywhere in Southeast Asia. Currently, we're in the midst of developing the AI technology platform. We are tackling the local market first and scale gradually to ensure the solutions we're providing are customized to the market. Therefore, we anticipate expanding to Southeast Asia market in 2026. We are a B2B2C model, so our main revenue will come when we bring in new businesses for the insurance companies through our platform, and we charge a 20% flat rate per new business. These are the forecast figures in the upcoming years. We anticipate on average yearly premiums from one large company to be about $250,000, and this figure can increase to millions depending on the size and nature of the business. We are a team of 5 with most of us having an insurance background. We also have been presented with several awards and recognized in the Brunei market as finalists to several tech competitions. We recognize there are still rooms for improvement, so we are looking for networks to scale our businesses in Southeast Asia market, possibly mentors who can guide us in our journey. We hope you can join us in making insurance and healthcare services universally easy accessible. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your pitch, Unians. It is now time for our Q&A session and our judges. For the judges, if you do have any questions, please remember to type the word question into the chat, and then we will unmute you to ask the question or provide feedback. Once again, the clock starts ticking right now, 5 minutes. Who will want to ask the first question? Any questions for Unians? Paul Myers, please go ahead.
Hi, thanks. Nice presentation. Good space to be working in. I was curious about two things. One, current revenue, current traction, where you are, how it's going. And number two, you said that you had a 20% commission, and I'm curious what the commission is on, whether it was on the initial underwriting, whether it trails over the following years, whether there are add-ons. Curious just how that worked. Thanks.
Hello there, Paul. Thank you for your question. So your first question is regarding current revenue and traction, yeah? So currently we are still in the developing stage. We don't really have the revenue yet, but we do have tractions. We are in the process of validation, market validation, validating the markets. And so far we have got positive responses from our potential clients. And secondly, your question was on the 20% commission basis, is it? Yeah, so how that works is that with the current traditional system, the insurance companies usually give their agents a percentage cut when they bring in new business. So similarly to that style, we take 20% cut flat rate if we generate new business for the insurance company. So it's per new business transactions. I hope that answered your question.
Okay. So if we have another question, the judges, all you have to do is type question into the chat, and we will go ahead and unmute you. Any other questions for Unians? Yes, Ted Nam, please go ahead.
Yes. Yes, thank you for your good presentation. I have one question. In Brunei or any elsewhere in the maybe world, I think that insurance company has its own internal platform. I think whether it is successful or not, you need to have a competitive advantage over that internal insurances mobile platform. What is your strategy or what is your weapon?
Okay, thank you for your question. Currently, locally in Brunei, Darussalam, there is none that integrates AI technology in their business in the insurance industry. So with our business, we're leveraging the AI technology and the AI benefit on how it can bring, for example, faster client acquisition rate, as they'll be able to find or generate new quotes simultaneously from different insurance companies, rather than having to go through an agent step-by-step process, go to underwriter. So those steps,
1 minute left.
we try to cut it down, and with our platform we make it everything simplified, and I think that's where we bring in value to the insurance company. It's a faster client acquisition rate for insurance companies, and for clients means it's easier for them to navigate using our platform, because currently there are no platform in Brunei Darussalam. Thank you very much.
Okay, if there isn't any short comment, we only about 20 seconds left. Otherwise, we will move on to our next pitch. Okay. Let's go ahead. Thank you very much for that, Uniance, and thank you to our judges' questions. We have our second team ready for their pitch, and it is Ikigai Farm from Brunei Darussalam. They are a new startup, aquaponic, that integrates breeding blue claw prawn, chili plants, and other vegetables by using fertigation buggage drainage system and hydroponic system. So please welcome Ikigai Farm.
Hi, I'm Izati, the co-founder of Ikigai Farm. Why should we care about farmers? Imagine without farmers, there won't be any proper food on your dinner table. What's sad to see is most of them are micro-scale farmers with no support and expensive stockpile. They're also unable to sell all their harvest due to corporate monopolizing the price and imports. As a millennial woman myself, I can't imagine living without farmers. Nowadays, there's no transparency of most vegetables and meat that are being produced. It's also a hassle to decide what food to buy walking around these markets. As inflation rises, we spend more and not many investment opportunities to get extra income to cover up the extra bills. So we did our market research that shows statistics. People spend 31.2 million on raw groceries, and around 71% millennial women love buying products associated with charity and helping out the locals. Ever since COVID, 8 in 10 uses online to buy the groceries now. And in addition to that, 76% millennials want more investment opportunities that offers convenience, greater transparency, and lower cost. Therefore, our main target are millennial women, which is around 31,000 people in Brunei. That's when me and my husband created the solution, a platform. Is to help the farmers to reach a wide range of customers, supermarkets, and exports, where the customers can also experience convenient shopping and receive value product from the farmers, transparency where they can see the source. Even investment opportunities are available, and overall, this platform will create a community sharing knowledge and stories. We offer Adopt a Tree designed for busy millennials who do not have time to grow or breed their favorite food. Subscribe a family box is to create a convenient shopping experience with monthly supply planned with recipes inside to reduce the decision making. Investment opportunities for millennials to own a real farm without having the hassle to operate it. Local farmers can also join venture, creating a pool of farmers community. Customers can easily sign up and subscribe to receive our affordable services. What differentiates us with our competitors is our uniqueness and giving more value to the customer and local farmers. In the past, we have helped about 7 farmers sold to supermarket, making it around 18,000 revenue that year. We have gathered 232 millennials that have signed up interested in our platform. In the future, we aim about 300 farmers signed up, 1,000 customers, 500 monthly subscription, and to supply to 30 supermarkets that can reach 910,000 revenue yearly and raise about 100,000 investment. We want partners to guide us and invest 350,000 to open up a farmland and create a platform across Asian countries. This is our team operating Ikigai Farm. We have experience in running F&B. We are driven, innovative problem solvers, and always green. So let's grow and harvest passion together. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your pitch. Once again, we begin our Q&A session with our judges. And we already have a question lined up. Roger Royal, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just wonder how the logistic part of the business work. I mean, you can connect farmers and customers, but how then is going to be all the transportation of those? And then my second question is related to it. How do you think you can scale this business, since this is a quite one-to-one? Is you want to become a platform where you just leave the relation between farmers and customers, or you want to be in the middle? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. For the first, about the logistic, we have a warehouse, so the farmers can send all the freshly harvest to our warehouse. So we will post like all the fresh harvest on our website and we'll keep it updated. We also have runners lined up so they can, every time a customer's order, we send them directly within an hour in Brunei Mara. About your second question, in terms of we're basically the middle person currently, and we want farmers to sign up more, and we facilitate all the distributions. So far.
But then you say the warehouses have to save all the like products and then send them. So is how difficult will be that to scale it to other countries? Because I suppose you have to manage many centers.
Yeah, right. We have our own, basically like a software system. So we keep on update all the harvest from each farmer. So with that, it basically updates all the logistics part. But when we want to scale up, we do want to get partners on it, especially from other countries.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Our next question is from Danny Han.
Hello, thank you very much for your presentation. Being a platform, I think, how will you attract new customers and farmers? Have you calculated the acquisition cost? And do you have any differentiated marketing strategy?
For the farmers, in Brunei, there's a farmers community. Every month there's an event. So we usually go to these markets and then basically ask them to sign up with us and offer our services. And I'm so sorry, what was the second question?
Have you calculated the acquisition cost of the farmers or customers to join your platform?
So far, there's 7,000 farmers that's active in Brunei. So in terms of calculation, it's actually a free sign up for farmers. It's just we take some of the commission from each farmers for every harvest.
So have you spent any marketing expense for attracting farmers?
Yeah, so far for the marketing, especially for social media, so far social media and printing to make each product look more attractive. For now, because it's still a small scale, we only spend $30 a month for the marketing right now.
Do you have any similar other platform?
In Brunei? No, not so far.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. We have about 1 minute left. If anyone has a quick question or a comment, one of our judges. Roger Royal, please go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I think we all know that with agriculture, we have a very short lifespan for the products. So do you have any plans on how to manage that, especially when the products are in season? I assume you'd have plenty in stock and perhaps very little orders coming in for some of those products.
So far for the each farmers, they usually send out the products like if it's like cooked, the the fruit is cooked, they send it 3 days before. So whenever we send it to a customer, it'll be fresh. So that's the plan
10
for each
seconds.
farmer so far.
Okay, thank you for the question, Sharon Nabue, and thank you for the presentation, Ikigai Farm. We're going to move on to our third pitch, and this is Mavens.live from, once again, Brunei Darussalam. They are a young startup in EdTech with the power of technology. They provide services for connecting young adults to industry experts in a live class. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mavens.live.
Hi, my name is Ori from Mavens.live, a marketplace for learning. But more importantly, I am a youth. And as youth, we face challenges such as underemployment and unemployment due to skill mismatch. Therefore, reskilling is very important. Even more so by year 2025, because there will be a sudden shift in terms of the jobs available in the market. And we at Mavens.live, we provide a comprehensive training solution, a learning roadmap we call it. And our learning roadmap is not just a one-off training session, it is more meaningful. For example, our onboarding program is curated for individuals who are undergoing career shift in their mid to 30s to 50s. And our training solution helps them prepare mentally and improve their well-being as a whole. By providing skilled workforce, we are impacting the world positively, starting with our country by supporting its Vision 2035. And while there are entities that are similar to us, we believe that everyone plays a role in reskilling people to the jobs of the future. With Mavens.live, we focus on customization, agility, while maintaining enough variety of courses. And these are the amount of youth that we can help. And looking from the current target market, which is in Brunei Darussalam, if we tap 23% of youth, which is also equivalent to the number of youth unemployed in Brunei, we can get a gross profit of 2.8 million Brunei dollar from a markup of 50% from our instructor costs. These are our financial projections created earlier this quarter to show the number of instructors, student classes, and revenue that we aim for the next quarter and so on. And from the funding that we have received, we are investing in technology, marketing, and hiring to grow our company. And our team is consists of two passionate individuals, our founder Goh Chai Lee, who has over 9 years of experience in education sector, have many professional network in ASEAN, and is visioning to lead lifelong learning across Southeast Asia region. And myself, a youth who shared the same mission and vision as her. And from the moment we were established last year, these are the amount of people that we have helped. And we can help more with your support. And through integrating machine learning in our platform in the near future. These are some of our partnerships locally and abroad, particularly in Singapore and Malaysia. Mavens.live, reskilling youth to the jobs of the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Mavens.live. We begin the Q&A session once again with our judges. Any questions, please go ahead and let us know. You can type question in the chat. Comment. Yes. Roger Royo, please. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't type the question, but I was checking out the website, and it seems like there are quite number of courses, but just wonder how can you compete? You already say that you have Coursera as one of your competitors and so on. So what is your competitive advantage? Because I see more or less the same, but maybe tailored for the Southeast of Asia. So is that your main point? You tailor a specific zone? Oh, you can explain a little bit better, please.
Thank you very much for the question, Professor. And yes, to clarify, the current website is actually the old one. We are currently building a second one that is much more comprehensive for what we do. And yes, in regards to competition, if I'm just going to focus for abroad compared to us, we are more localized in terms of the content. For example, yes, there are people that go to Coursera, but the things that they learn might not necessarily apply to the context in Brunei. For us, our partnership also consists of local and outside as well. So that allows us to provide them with better courses that suits them. Yep.
And following that, do you have any plan to kind of like partner with institutions where you can you can give certificates or something like that, or is that in your pipeline?
Yes, that is definitely one of the things that we will be considering, and we are already reaching out to some school in Singapore, I believe, that we will be partnering as well.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, our next question coming from Danny Han.
Hello, thank you for your pitch. It is very similar question to Roger Royer. Your competitive advantage you have mentioned is the customization. But the thing is, if you customize or tailor well, then your cost will increase and your margin will be lower. So how will you overcome with this? And also, you still have to compete against, Coursera, LinkedIn, or Udemy, so many big giants, global giants. So can you specify more about your cost and your margin strategy?
As of now, we are very, very focused on Brunei first, and our margin strategy right now is 50% or more. At first, we were a revenue split of 70-30 with our instructor, but we think that we can be more flexible with a markup system instead. So our markup doesn't just limit to 50%. It could increase depending on the amount of time we spend developing that particular program. If that
And
answers your...
do you have enough people who are willing to pay for this, training for jobs?
Yes. As of now, our target is youth, and
Mhm.
for youth, parents usually spend hundreds of dollars for tuition for just 2 subjects sometimes per month. And this tuition sometimes it doesn't last the whole year. So there are budget for that can be utilized for this particular training. So yes, definitely there are people that will be able to spend on training.
What is the most popular training in the service?
As of now, from the trends that we notice, at least in workplace environment, it's leadership. I think partly due to COVID as well. Leadership, yeah, that's the
1
major
minute.
one that I've.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you for that. We have less than a minute left. Rezia Usman with a quick question.
Sure. So I have one quick question for Mavens.live. I was wondering if your target market is primarily B2C or you work also B2B. For example, you also cater to customized requests from education consultants, for example, or other smaller institutions and whatnot.
30 seconds.
So thank you very much in that regards. Yes, at first before this, especially the example that I gave is actually B2B. But of course, in a startup environment, we are in startup, we're always looking to find opportunity. And we are currently under consultation by a consultation company to grow our business. Hence, we are exploring the B2C market particularly used right now.
10 seconds.
And that also shows our identity that we want to be impact driven to the society. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mavens.live. We are going to move on to our next team. Our next team to pitch is CSL Enterprise from Cambodia. They supply traditional Cambodian snacks to duty-free shops and most of the key retail stores in Phnom Penh. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CSL Enterprise.
My name is Lin from Cambodia. I am the founder of CSL Enterprise. We are the biggest one who supply ready cooked local made grocery items to more than 100 modern trade outlets in Cambodia. This is the current problem that traditional grocery community retail store face. Their package grain, no proper product labeling, no time to sort out the bad grain, the grain spoiler during storage, and take time more to prepare while they are busy. that end up with high cost of operation. To overcome this problem, CSL would like to provide ready cooked packaged grain with the app trade performance to TCG retail store that let them to maintain the same income with convenient and effective business operation. Our solution not only support TGC retail store owner to improve their income, but also contribute to environment such as reducing food waste and climate change. This is the product that we will supply to our target customers such as smart bean, red bean, soybean, etc. We focus on safe, quality, and convenient. Our target customer will be TGC retail store, where the customer from household who living around them. Our competitor supply the grain to TCG store with unsorted bulk packed grain that no proper labeling and packaging, and take more than 2 hours away from the location of supply. Our business model will be supplied to our product to our franchise distributor, who will be responsible to deliver our TGC retail store where their location around them. In Phnom Penh City, there are about 5,000 TGC retail stores. We target only 1,000 stores with supporting from 50 franchise distributors. There are a big increasement of revenue from 2018 to 2019, and even during the COVID situation, 2020 to 2021, our company still keep growing. In 2023 to 2024, we are focusing on TCC, and 2025 we will be focusing on overseas market. Our staff are mixed up, experienced and ages. To catch up this opportunity, we need 165K to invest and improve machinery, expand our facility, deliver via a call, and have cash to support our operation. This investment amount will be about 35% of total share. Why not come to join with us to change the way TCC trade store operate, to support minimize food waste and reduce climate change, and support Cambodian business growth. Thank you very much for your time to listen, and you can reach us through this contact. Thank you.
And we want to thank CSL Enterprise for that pitch. 5 minutes for the Q&A, and for our judges, if you type question in the chat, we will have those questions asked in the order that we receive it. So any questions from our judges, just please type question into the chat. Okay, Sharon Nabria with our first question. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Team CSL, for that presentation. I just have a quick question. Currently, you seem to be only focusing locally for the local market, and you have a plan to expand overseas. But since you're only focusing mainly on the retails, local retails, what is your plan, or what is your strategy to move overseas? How are you going to acquire partners, retail partners overseas? Do you have any particular countries or locations that you have in mind that you want to scale to?
Yes, thank you very much for your question. Yes, currently we are focusing on the local market. And actually our business plan, our vision, we want to export to overseas markets such as USA, Europe, Australia, not in Asia actually, yes. But why we are focused on in local market? Because we want to export, we need to be very strong in local market to build a brand name to them, recognition. Because our product is not really a special one, actually. You can find every market. But if they don't know who we are, we cannot export it. So our goal for export it will be on 2026 or 2025. That will be for exported.
And would you be still focusing on different stores within the US, or you'll be doing mainly B2C, directly to?
Mainly we are B2B, not B2C.
Okay, my question was, how do you plan on finding partners what is your strategy to be able to acquire different partners within the overseas market?
Yes, first our strategy, we build up our brand, CSL brand, the recognition in locally that make our customer more attraction. And we also have joined with the trade fair and also business matching during our way. And we are see very clear where our target customer will be, especially the Asian store in there.
Okay, thank you for the question. Paul Myers, you're next.
Hi, nice presentation. Thanks. My question is similar to Sharon's, but domestically. I'm curious how you plan to expand market share domestically, and what your go-to-market strategy is in order to increase customers and distribution channels.
Our plan is like we do the same way we are export. Actually, we are now very well known in supermarket. So if you visit Cambodia, you can go to any supermarket, key supermarket in Cambodia, you can call CCSL. And people start to understand who we are now. And now we are have some market we call traditional market or wet market in Cambodia, who are selling, as you can see in the presentation of the problem, the packing not really correct, proper yet. So we will expand to that one, but we cannot do ourselves directly to that customer. So we do through our distributor channel. We call the franchises distributor, who we will run depend on our modeling. And the one that we want to ensure for our distributor, the income. And we have our sales team to be more looking for the customer for them. Their role is only on distribute our product to the customer and customer services. The job that CSL team will be work on the sales channel. We'll be looking for customer for them and doing support in marketing to build up the branding.
1 minute.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Less than a minute, so a quick comment or a question from
Sorry,
any
I
of our
cannot hear
judges.
well.
Okay, we'll try to adjust the volume to make sure it is a bit more listenable.
Okay, now I got it now.
Okay, good. 30 seconds. If not, we will move on to our next pitch. Okay, thank you very much for that, CSL Enterprise. We move on now to our next team, and the name of our next company is Thang Enterprise from Cambodia. They provide high-quality natural salts and derived products to consumers and thereby contribute to their well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thang Enterprise.
I'm a founder of Thang Enterprise, which is a new young startup company in Cambodia that focusing about salt industry. So Thang Enterprise started in 2017 and stemming from a family-owned business and working together with our farmer cooperative in the regions. So Thang Enterprise bring a new idea to inspire our farmer to sell their product not just for local but internationally. And we also bring a new business model to create an ecosystem for sustainability, inclusivity, and economic. Our top management is more generation-wide that bring more passion about food, sustainability, development, and impactful to our society. Here is our structure that we have our cooperative team, we also have our production team, and we also have our business development team as well. We also won an award in 2018 as Cambodia Young Entrepreneur Award and also National Award in 2020 as well. We also won the international recognition as under the nomination of Agotest under the Global Social Foundation. We also envision to let everyone to understand and give value to our farmer and our product, not just for Cambodia, but globally. Here is our business model canvas that we want to let everyone see what we are doing with our key partner, our key activity, and our value proposition. So value proposition is we have our high quality of product, high quality of salt. We also work inclusively with our farmer to support and give impactful to our community back as well. And we also have our market segmentation. It's about niche market that not just for Cambodia, but also internationally. And we also supplying for consumer market, business market, and export market too. Here's our market review in Cambodia. So 60 million people, we have 10 million people as adults and 49% as women. So women are working and cooking and using the salt. And we also have the other market segmentation as business market, the food processing market, and also retail markets and consumer market as well. And we also have like 20% of 10 million population are health consciousness that we are looking for healthy lifestyle. So we also target for them as well. Not just for local, but we also export to international market right now, like Japan, Czech Republic, Germany, Switzerland, French, and UK and Canadian market also. So here's our SWOT analysis. Our strength is we have vast networking, not just for Cambodia, but globally. We're also the first leading company in Cambodia, startup, but the first leading one. We also have opportunity is a global extension because everyone needs salt. We cannot live without salt at all. Our weakness is about funding and infrastructure. We need more money, we need more funding to scale up our business to go bigger. And our strength is about climate change and COVID situation. So why us? We have vast experiences, we have R&D team, we have natural resource, we have successfully penetrated into the Japan and the EU market as well. So that is the most difficult country to import product as well. So we also have shown you about the key financial highlight that we focusing on 5 years. So we have some challenge during the COVID situation that we cannot export our product almost 3 years that revenue has been dropped off, but right now we are in a recovery stage and we expect that our EBITDA is increasing 17%. So our goal moving forward is we looking to maintain our existing client and looking for more, harvesting more as much as we can, and we also looking to raise more funds to scale up our business as well.
All right, thank you very much for that pitch. We're going to begin our Q&A once again. 5 minutes, put question in the chat. We have our first question from Roger Royal. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, I was checking the website because I think you have explained the product at the beginning, but it was not very clear which product we are talking, what the competitive advantage of your product. So can you explain a little bit more about the salts that you are producing and why those are better than the ones in the market? Thank you.
Well, thank you for the question. So let me respond to the question why our salt is better than the other salt as well. So talking about salt, they have like a 5% globally that produce sea salt. So we are producing sea salt and we're producing that additional salt right now that mixed together with traditional practice and together with digitalization and technology as well, like machinery, sorting, and packaging as well, and especially we do a lot of branding and marketing on that. So technically, we have a high quality of salt. We have very low sodium to support a lot of health benefits. At the same time, we're also supporting our community as an exclusive business that we support a lot of farmers at the region right now as well. So this is the best product that we can say that we can be a better and best compared to the other competitor to you. So talking about competitor advantages, just like I mentioned earlier, we have the best quality. We also have food safety certified like ASCP and ISO as well. And we also penetrate into the Japanese market. That is the most difficult one to get inside that. So I think this is really challenging, a very benefit for us to go and to compete with the other competitor as well. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Our next question from Danny Han.
Hello, thank you very much for the presentation. You're selling only salt, right?
Yes.
And how often do people buy salt?
Well, people are using salt every day. They cannot live without salt at all. Our human being needs salt to survive. So they use every day. So basically, if you're talking about Cambodian, 3 million family that using the salt, that basically average that they use at least 3 kg to 4 kg per month. Yeah.
So do you have any plan to diversify your product by using the same salt with, other new products?
Well, we converting our traditional sea salt as an artisanal salt, but at the same time, we also making a lot of derived product that mixing together with the new product like spice, mixing together with pepper. We also have a red wine salt as well, like that. We have a smoked salt. Yes, a lot of derived product that we can also offer to our customer as well.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Thank you for that question. Any other questions from our judges or comments? Have about a minute 30 left. If no other question, we have Paul Myers with a question. Thank you for that. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks. Thanks. Very nice presentation. Really interesting about salt. I'm curious. Maybe I missed it, but what's your ask? It was a nice presentation and a nice structure, but I kind of missed what you're looking to raise or what you're looking from investors.
Well, I mean, just like as you can see, we have our opportunity is to have an extension of globally, and then we can see our sales growing, but over the years as well. So we're looking for, investor to come and see how we are working and how our successful and we also want to raise some fund to scale up our business, building more bigger infrastructure because we can see a lot of market share that we can have as globally. Yeah.
But no specific numbers.
Pardon me?
But no specific number or amount that you're looking to raise.
Well, at the moment, we deploy a lot of technology at this machinery at our processing place and factory, and we looking for a raising fund like 500,000 for scale up more as well.
Okay. Thank you very much to our judges, and thank you as well. We're going to move on now to our next team, and the next team to pitch is Bell Society from Indonesia. They are a research-based company that focuses on producing biomaterial. They convert all kinds of organic waste into sustainable material, currently focusing on coffee industry waste. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bell Society.
Hello everyone, my name is Arka. I'm the CEO and founder of Bell Society. Bell Society is a biomaterial company that produces sustainable material made by converting organic waste. This could solve two problems. The first is the fact that the leather industry demands grow by 7% a year, but our production only grows by 3% every year. Our current solution are synthetic leather, which is not sustainable because it is made from plastic and relies on fossil fuels. This is also another problem that we're trying to solve. 45% of fruit that we produce are being thrown away. Here at Bell Society, we focus on the coffee industry. Indonesia produces about 729,000 tons of coffee every year, and 48% are in the form of coffee skin that are not being used. With our technology, we can collect that waste and turn it into sustainable material that we call as MPLEX. The market potential are huge. The leather industry are valued at $93 billion, and we target the SMEs, which is valued at $2.5 billion. MPLEX is also really healthy. We can produce it in only 30 days, and if you bury it under the soil, it can be degraded in 4 weeks. Compared to other alternatives, we are stronger. We are stronger than several synthetic leather, and we are more affordable than other alternatives. And this is the business model, so we can sell directly to customer the product derivatives, or we can sell the MPLEX directly to brand, and we can partner to farmers to collect and convert their waste into sustainable material. This is the product that we make. We can make bags out of it, we make shoes, everything that could be made from leather could be made by MPLEX. We already presented our material in Milan by partnering with fashion designers. And right now, we are partnering with 10 brands in local Indonesia, ranging from fashion to furniture industry. And we are also PETA vegan approved. We partner with local institutions that could maintain our quality of material. In 2021, we absorbed 1 ton of waste a year. But right now, we can convert about 500 kilograms a month, and we can produce about 300 square meter a month. In 2021, our revenue are 60,000 US dollars. Right now, we are on the second stage of our development, which is scalation and globalization. We are currently actively searching for global brands to use our materials, and we already exported several of our materials to brands all over the world. We also try to make a differentiation, so not only we create MTEX, we also collect the silver skin of the coffee, which is also waste, and create an insole that could be made as a sustainable footwear. And also we create a sustainable leather alternative that is made from coffee ground waste. To achieve that, we are going to need about 500,000 US dollars to increase our production capacity and to market our materials. This is a team. My name is Arka, and there is Meru, our COO. We partner with Research Ministry of Indonesia, Trade Ministry of Indonesia, and also a fashion school, Smart Fashion School Indonesia. Science discover, arts create. Let's make it happen.
Thank you very much to Bell Society from Indonesia. We begin the 5-minute Q&A once again. For our judges, please type question into the chat and we'll take them in the order received. Any questions for Bell Society? Roger Royo, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. And it's an impressive presentation. I think it's a very interesting product. I just wonder if you have talked already with companies, what was their feedback and why you haven't partnered yet? And then just to know how is this B2B relation going?
Oh, yeah. So actually we are aiming to find more companies to use our material. For starter, the problem is usually the quantity. So when a brand want to release a product, usually they don't want in the form of 100 pieces, or they need more. So what we do right now is we make a smaller batch. So we make a collaboration so that they can absorb our material, but they make it into some kind of collection that is very limited. So that's what we do to control that. And as for the feedbacks, we keep improving the material. So last 3-year material compared to now is very different. We are more stronger right now, even more water resistant. So we keep collecting feedback from the partners to make it better. Yep.
So do you think, when do you think your product can be ready to partner with a big player?
Yeah. So this is why we are going to need this investment. So right now we are partnering with several farmers. So we already partners with farmers in Kalimantan. They have about 10,000 acres of land that could be used that we can convert to MTEX. So after we partners with them and create a factory that can produce at larger scale, we can make it happen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And our second question coming from Razia Usman.
Thank you. That was a nice presentation. I was wondering if you could share a little bit about your global expansion strategies. I know you're looking into partnering with different companies. Do you have any target market and why? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So because we are playing in the coffee industry, so what I do right now is we try to reach the cafe outside of Indonesia. So we already found several in Japan and Hong Kong. So we are going to create an exhibition there. We hope that we can invite some brands to come to the exhibition so that they want to collaborate with us. So that's what the strategy right now. And we are actively searching we are joining events, in online events, every kinds of event that could be used to present our material. We join it. Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Han, please go ahead.
Yeah, is that your own technology or any other competitors, newcomers can copy it? How do you how do you build your entry barriers?
Yeah, so currently that is our technology. We have 3 patents pending. So we make the leather, we make the soles, we also make the outside of the leather. So we are a research-based company, so we keep innovating new materials. So it's ours.
When do you get the result from the patent?
Hopefully about next year, I guess. So it's quite some time to publish it.
Okay, thank you.
Granted. Yeah.
Thank you. And Ted Nam with our next question.
Yeah, it is very interesting presentation. I think that the most important thing here is about the cost analysis. this kind of material requires kind of cost analysis is very important. So what's your perspective about your profit or cost analysis?
Okay, so Amtax is made by waste. So if we can make it even bigger, so the problem is the escalation. Right now, the cost is high because of the production team. If we can make it more efficient, we can make it cheaper. So right now, the cost to make is about 20 to 30% of what we sell. We can make it even lower by scaling it up. And because it is made from waste, it should be even cheaper. Yeah. Hope that answered the question.
Thank you. We've got about 30 seconds if there's any comment from our judges. If not, we will move on to our next pitch. Thank you very much for that, Bell Society.
Yeah.
Our next team is Hear Me. They create the first Indonesian sign language translator and interpreter to bridge the communication between the deaf and the hearing. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hear Me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Atalia, CEO and co-founder of Hear Me. How do you feel? Does anyone understand what I've just said? That's what the deaf feels. It's silence, and it's really hard to understand them. So this journey started based on my own experience when I met the deaf driver in online taxi. He was accompanied by his daughter to help him communicate with the passengers. He often got low rating because of miscommunications, and in that time, we started to think how we can solve this problem. We found out that there are 432 million deaf people in the world, and this number keep increasing every year. 80% of these people are illiterate and they depend on sign language. While the biggest problem here, the sign language access are still very limited. That's why we want to increase people awareness regarding sign language access through Hear Me. So Hear Me is the first Indonesian sign language translator with 3D animation display to bridge the communications between the deaf and the hearing. We've joined some of the top incubator and accelerator program and already got acknowledgement from some of the reputable organizations such as Islamic Development Bank and FHNW University of Switzerland. So in Hear Me app, you can just record your voice or text sentence, then it will be translated into sign language animations in real time like this. And not only that, the deaf wants to communicate with the hearing, we can connect them with sign language interpreter through video call. So currently, our main goal is to provide sign language access in various public facilities by providing 3D sign language screen as information access and also interpreter service as the communication access. So for example, in the airport, when the announcements only delivered using sound, we can convert that into sign language animations. And also the deaf wants to go to the bank, they usually bring assistance. And with Hear Me, they only need one click and the communication will be much more effective and practical. So we have huge and growing market. In Southeast Asia itself, we have 108 million deaf people, where 16 million are from Indonesia. We assume that one deaf have one hearing relatives. So there will be 32 million that can be used as our target market. And by taking only 10% of this target market, we already gained 3.2 million that can be used as our potential users. So Hear Me has been downloaded by 76,000 plus downloaders with 19,000 plus active users and has been accessed from 38 countries. And we've done more than 8 use cases to companies and government. So far in Indonesia, only Hear Me that can provide sign language translator platform with these complete features, and we provide the most competitive price among the competitors. So we are going to sell this service to companies and government by using subscription system. And in the future, we are also using freemium system in our application and also using one-time charge for video translator platform in our website. And we estimate that we will gain 150,000 USD revenue for the first year. So currently we are in the pre-seed funding stage where we are validating our business model and start monetizations. And we are seeking for 250,000 USD to cover 45% of productions, which we want to increase 12,000 plus in sign language database. And also 35% for marketing and community, where we are focusing to gain 302,000 USD revenue, adding more downloaders, 50,000 plus active users, 100,000 plus engagements, and also 10% for infrastructures to increase server, and also 10% for office expense for accelerate company's growth. So this is Hirmi's co-founding team. So Armatali as the CEO, and the others are the public relations, CEO, CMO, and also one of us is a dev called Ivan Okta, and he is head of branding. So we have a goal to create an inclusive ecosystem where by providing HearMe, we also provide disabled-friendly facilities where we are giving access to information and communications. And it will reduce discriminations and also increase the welfare and equality rights, start from the deaf workers, the deaf productivity level, independency level, and also the deaf's income. We also contribute to 4 of the sustainable development goals, which are quality education, decent work and economic growth, reduce inequalities, and also sustainable cities and communities. So by HearMe existence, around more than 76,000 people already use sign language using HearMe applications, and more than 2,000 communities are already engaged with HearMe. With also HearMe services, around more than 20 companies and governments provide deaf-friendly facilities to contribute inclusivity. And after using HearMe service, 95% clients and our beneficiaries are satisfied and willing to use HearMe again. We're not only giving impact for the deaf, but also for the sign language interpreter. Around more than 70% sign language interpreters transactions volume are increased after joining HearMe, and more than 60% of their income also increased after joining HearMe. So if there is a hope to create a better inclusive world, would you like to be part to realize that hope? Thank you.
And thank you very much for that. Hear me. Time for our Q&A, 5 minutes. Once again, please type question, and we will take the questions in the order we receive them for our judges. Sharon Nabier with our first question. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Yemi, for that presentation. I think it's very needed in society today. I just have one quick question. You mentioned on how you generate funding. Are you mainly targeting organizations or are you targeting customers? And if you're generating funding on subscription, what does that look like for individuals and for organizations?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. So currently we are generating funding from the B2B and B2G and also for the B2C, but we have collecting our funding from the grants and also from the convertible note from the incubator program. But for our business model itself, we are using and focusing on B2B and also for B2G, we are using subscription system where we are providing service for sign language animations in the public facilities. So we are approaching like government for public facilities and also for the companies that have deaf as their target market or have the deaf as their employee or want to do branding using like disabilities issues and so on. And for the organization itself, we already collaborate with one of the biggest deaf organization in Indonesia to make sure that our product will always align with the deaf's culture and the deaf's needs. And I think, and in the future, we are also using B2C, where we are going to use freemium features in our application for learning sign language features. And also we are willing to use our funding to create a platform that can give the sign language interpretations automations for video content. So for example, when you type the URL of the video or you upload the video, we will give the automated translations sign language. I think that's for the B2C.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from Danny Han.
Thank you very much. What is the accuracy level of your product so far?
The acquisition. Okay, so we are currently using free trial use case to several companies and several public facilities in the government. So we are doing like 1 until 2 months of free trial and use case to gather feedbacks from them, and we want to know whether this product will give the value to their companies and to their clients. So I think the acquisitions are through the use case that we are doing right now.
I'm
to
sorry,
tell them.
I believe he was asking about the accuracy of your
Accuracy
Oh, I'm
of the
so sorry.
product.
Oh, I'm so
Sorry.
sorry. I heard. I misheard. I heard
It's
acquisition.
okay.
Okay, for the accuracy itself. So for the voice, so the theme of our translations is from the voice to text and then text to sign language animations. From the voice to text, we are using Google, and so the accuracy will be like 99%. And from the text to sign language, the accuracy will be 100% because if there's no, so we have like 2,000 sign language database currently, and if we don't have the database, for example, if we don't have like the words in the database, we will spell it word by word.
Then how do you collect new data in order to make it better accuracy?
So we are collecting words, and also we are collecting much of the sign language animations. So and also we are going to use AI, and also
Do you collect all the data by yourself, your company,
Yes,
or
yes,
do you buy
Yes,
from other third party?
we are collecting all in-house. We collaborate with the dev organizations, and we have like motion capture to as our asset for the animations.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have 30 seconds. Ted Nam, if you have a quick comment or question.
I have two simple questions. First one is you established your company 2019, so you don't have a revenue right now. And then second one is do you just only treat sign language, for example, natural language,
10
animal
seconds.
kind of a language?
Okay, so we are producing like Indonesian Sign Language first, but in the future we are also want to expand to input American Sign Language, and our revenue until now is around 20 millions because we are start generating revenue for the last 3 months.
Okay.
We are focusing on 2020.
All right.
I think.
We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Hear Me. Thank you for our judges' questions as well. So our next team, and this is our next pitch right before our break, and the company is Influence ID from Indonesia. They are influence marketing platform that simplify and standardize influencer marketing through self-service, end-to-end platform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Influence ID. We are now at the time where we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we will continue the rest of our pitches for today. Stay tuned. And welcome back, everyone. Let's get started right away with our next pitch. The ninth company is CropShare from Laos, and they're ready to pitch now. They are a middleman that empowers raw material suppliers to help farmers access technology and solve problems for rice distributors in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CropShare.
Hi, my name is Kirati Panyapiti Sohon, CEO and founder of CropShare. I have seen my parents doing live farming for 20 years, but they never get a lot of profit from this business. Why? I went to study and found four main factors. First, high cost of production. Second, low productivities. Third, lacking of business knowledge. And fourth, no power to negotiate. And you know, farmer they get only 30% shares. It's compared to other parties very small. That is why I designed a business model called co-farming. Co-farming is collaboration between crop share and farmers doing right farming business. By crop share is the one who control the qualities and support the farmer to growing rice through co-farming platform. It consists of financial management system to recording the cost of farming and become the statement for financial loan and planting management system to monitor the growing rice plantation. To get the picture, before farmer they used to separate the rice farming. It is very disadvantage in negotiation with the middleman. Switch to farming together, processing together, developing products, and selling the rice together. Our business model, we take 30% share of rice sellings. From last season, we have got around $14,000. We have a two customer segment. First is the local farmers. We partner with the professional farmers to do co-farming. And second, hotel and restaurants. Our strategy is B2B2C. We are partnered with drinking water company who have the same customer segment and sell our products to them. So we receive the pre-order from Wari customers, printing on real demand data, and Wari we deliver our products direct to the customer. And with this tricky become our unique selling point is data-driven agriculture, and we are basing on farmers' profit and low cost of production make us is different with others. The market size of rice industry in Vientiane capital is 200 millions US dollars, and our focus area is 5 million US dollars. We already start the business with 50 family. We got yield for 105 tons of rice and already sold out for 30,000 US dollars. This is our team. My name is Kirati Panyapiti Sopon, and my brother Kampaiboon, he graduated from University of London and helped me to develop the business model. We blend the innovation with the local wisdom, creating the best solution. Thank you.
Thank you, CropShare. We're going to resume our Q&A session now with our judges. Please type question into the chat, and we will receive the questions in the order that it comes in. Who wants to start us off first? 5 minutes on the clock. Roger Royo with our first question. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, the business model here is like seems like a cooperative. We have many here, like organizations like that in Spain. But I would just want to understand how you want to scale this business, because seems like this is like a relation between you and the farmer. And I'm not very sure that can be extended later with many others, since you have to go one by one and then provide services and kind of like be an umbrella, right? So how can you scale this business for like more farmers?
Thank you so much for your question, Professor. So this is what we faced this problem for like years already. So because of we work with the farmers, they have tons of the problems and they have a problem with the digital literacy. But then after we lean and pivot, and then one thing that we found that helped us growing fast is the financials. So we find the professional local farmers that already work well and then understand the digitals, and we support them with the financials and market and data, so they can know that when they're gonna plant what type of vegetables to match between with the orders, which is like we got a lot of money during the market is shorted. This is what we work in that.
So basically your strength is the data that you provide to farmers in order to decide what to do?
Yes. So we focusing on the distribution part also. Does it make us like more faster?
Okay, and then how the farmers actually, are they willing to change the things, or like, do they have familiarity with technology and data-driven solutions and so on, or how is, their feedback?
The feedback now, they are very happy because they sell the product with higher price, and also they're easy to manage the cost and money through our system. They're like each system is remind them how much they invest in the farm, and we help us to develop the product and sell direct to the market. And the farmers, they already know what they're gonna plan in the futures from data that we provide from end user.
Okay, thank you very much. Good presentation.
Gracias.
Thank you for the question. Paul Myers with our next question.
Yeah, my question was similar to Roger's, as in the attraction to the farmers. If you're offering a better revenue split, if you're offering more transparency, is that enough to keep the farmers in the cooperative business, right? I understand the initial attraction, but how do they stay there over time?
So we before we face problem like, okay, we have a 50 family right now, so how we can grow up to like 1,000. So now we start to work with them as the shortcut to bring them to the market. And we basing on fair trade, and then the business is always like markup, right? Logistic, blah blah blah. We lean all this thing and we mark down. We sell on same price, but then we use those restaurant to become our money. This is what we working now based on like fair trade. And farmers, they are really willing because they sell us the products, they got a lot more money.
Right. And then they communicate that to their friends and other farmers that they know. And that's really what you're hoping for in terms of marketing. Are they incentivized to do so? Do they get a reward or a bounty or anything?
Yes, because we have to work with the professional farmers, because some people, they're pretty hard to deal with. So we have their score. Also, if you attend, if you like more modalities, if you like consistency, we give them a very good score. So they can reach our financial providers also. So we work with the microfinance company to provide them the fund for them.
Okay. Thank you very much, CropShare, for your pitch.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We move on to our next team, and the team's name is AppZap by Lilo Lab from Laos. They are an ICT solutions and software development company providing a one-stop smart management platform that highly suits both restaurant owners and customers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome AppZap.
Hello, I am Kalanya from AppZap Eat, Earn, Everywhere, a food platform that will improve the food industry in Laos. Yes, after we did survey from Lao people, we found that people cannot find a restaurant to go because there is no restaurant review application. And booking is hard, and also at the restaurant, order menu is inconvenient because the restaurant in Laos, they rely on traditional ways. That's why AppZap, we provide an application for the customer to let them be able to find a restaurant, booking, and order menu by themselves as a self-ordering feature. And also we provide the POS system for restaurant owner to let them be able to manage their service. For the market size, we estimate that there is 128 million US per year as the market size in Laos. And our business model, we will charge only for the restaurants 5% of the revenue whenever the transaction happens of the booking and the sales ordering. And we also, from 5%, we also give 2% to the customer as a point and discount to be an incentive for them. Here is our financial plan. We will start to get the profits in November 2023, and we will get more than 2.4 million USD as our revenue. Here is our team. We have more than 10 people. And our core member, we started and worked in Japan more than 10 years. And our unique selling point, we are a software development house. We can utilize our technology to improve the society based on user pain point. And in the future, we plan to expand our platform to other countries by using the metaverse to let people able to learning about food culture from other countries, and also can they have the new experience of eating wherever and whoever they want. And we are now finding the partnership of food industry also in Laos and other countries, and also we are now finding the fundraising. Thank you.
Thank you very much to AppsApp. We continue now with our 5-minute Q&A session. Please type question into our chat for our judges, and we'll take them as we receive them in that order. The 5-minute clock starts right now. Razia Uzman with our first question. Please go ahead.
Hello, thank you for the presentation. And I'm a foodie, so it's always interesting to know. So one quick question for you. You said there is no similar app for restaurant food ordering. Am I correct? In Laos?
I mean, there is no restaurant level application right now in Laos.
I'm sorry, there's no what? I'm sorry?
Restaurant information.
Or restaurant information. So this is just providing the information. Am I correct?
On our application, we provide restaurant information, and also the customer can order the menu on the app.
Great,
and
great.
review and booking, yes.
Great, great. So how do you set yourself apart from like Food Panda and other similar, not exactly the same services?
Yes, basically we are not a food delivery application. We based on the customer application that let people find the restaurant information. And when they dine in the restaurant, they can use the self-ordering feature to let them be convenient to order the menu. And
I think we might have had the connection frozen. Let's see if we can reconnect the connection with AppsApp right now. What we were discussing with her was her application. She was saying that this was not a delivery app. I think what we are going to want to do, I think we have the connection once again. Did you want to continue your answer, AppsApp?
Yes, yes, we are not a food delivery application. So we provide, if compare with the other app like Yelp that provide the restaurant information, people can review. And we also link with the POS at the restaurant. That's why the customer can order menu by themselves on the application, and it will send the order history through the restaurant management system.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Our next question is from Sharon Nawide.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Your app seems to be solving a problem for the customers. I'm wondering what kind of incentives you give to the restaurants to join your app. Because if I'm a restaurant and I already have a well-managed service that I have my app, why should I join your application?
Yes, as I mentioned on the presentation, we would like to have more transaction on our app to be active to the restaurant. So the incentive we give to the customer is the point. Whenever they reviews or they order the menu on the app, they will get the point as the incentive, and they can use the point to for discount at the restaurant.
That is for the customers themselves. I'm talking about how do you get different restaurants to join your service?
For the restaurant, Of course, we will let our application to get more active user that will attract the restaurant to use our platform. And also, for restaurant, we provide the POS system software for free, so they can use our system for free. But when the transaction happen, we will charge them the fee. But they can use our system for free.
And what percentage do you charge the restaurant owners on transactions?
Yes, from now we 5%.
Okay. We have about 20 seconds if you have any final comments, Absap. Okay. Okay, we're going to have to leave it there for now. The time is up, but thank you for your questions, and thank you, AppZap, as well. Let's move on to our next team, and our next team is Weha Technology from Laos. They provide not only the mobile applications, but the innovative all-in-one solutions that will build the ecosystem to transform the travel and lifestyle industry in Laos. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Weha Technology.
Hello, August. Today I'm presenting Weha Booking, the first all-in-one online booking platform in Laos. You might wonder, the booking platform has been there in other countries for many years, but why not in Laos? In Laos, almost all of the booking service currently relying on the offline booking procedure. Every year, more than 8 million customers could have access to the online booking service, and even there are some ICT adoptions, but it's still less than 1%. In other side, the internet user is increasing. We summarize some of the reasons why many service providers still rely on the offline booking procedure. First is due to the low digital literacy of the service providers, economic scale of digital transformations, and even there are some software available out there, but it's still not specifically decided to fit with the local market. And talking about the international booking platform, it takes quite a high commission fee. So we have seen this opportunity, so that's why we decided to leave our full-time job in Japan, coming back to Laos to transform the booking industry of the country. So we spent almost 2 years doing R&D and develop the platform, taking consideration of the local market. So we come up with 2 versions for the back office system. The simple version that run on the mobile POS device that allow general user to be able to use the back office system. And for the super user, they can use the PC version, which have more features. For the customer side, so we develop the easy to use mobile application that allow customer to access different services in our platform. So we are currently talking about 160 million US dollar per year market size opportunity of booking industry in Laos. And our business model is simple. We take 10 to 20% of the booking commission and other revenue, such as travel insurance commission fee, OTA or API fee. So we have currently more than 20,000 downloads for our mobile applications, and within only 6 months of our soft launch, this is some of our achievement. So we are currently looking for investment for our seed funding route in order to expand our service and execute our marketing strategy. So this is the roadmap for 2022. Later this year, we will have our hotel and air ticket. And me and my co-founder graduated from top university in Japan. I have a background on the system innovation, and my co-founder have a background on computer science, machine learning, AI. This is our lovely team, and some of our business partner in Laos. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Weha Technology. Let's begin our Q&A session. Once again, please type question into the chat for our judges, who will ask the first question to Weha Technology. 5 minutes and the clock starts now. Any question or comment? Paul Myers, please go ahead.
Thank you. Nice presentation. So prior to Weha and your app, how are travel bookings made? Was it by phone? People would call one another up, or faxes? That's question one. And question two is, it seems like you're getting some decent traction. What percentage of the travel market have you tapped into so far? I mean, is that 1% or 2%, or is it more or less in Laos? Thanks.
Okay, so thank you for your question. I think for the first question, currently how people booking is they just walk into the ticket counter at the bus terminal and just to buy a ticket in cash. So, or even if you know some of the staff at the ticket counter, you can call and they will take the ticket for you. So that's why we are developing the platform for them. And relating to your second question about the numbers, because since we are quite new, so we just launched our platform just only within 6 months, and we are currently recruiting more a service provider. But because we have developed the booking engine for the different service, and we are quite ready in terms of the platform and also the booking engine for each specific service. So currently we have bus, we have a train, and recently we just launched the tour package bundle, which you can combine staying and bus or ticket together.
Nice.
So we are doing at the same time developing the new service and also recruiting more service provider, onboarding the service provider.
Great. One good answer. One quick follow-up, and that is, do you have any domestic competition?
So currently we are the first who launched the platform, but recently we have a few other a company doing similar business, but we are partnered with the big ride sharing company in Laos called Logar. This you can use at the Uber or a Grab when you come to Laos, and we plug in our service to their platform, allow that already have the customer to can book the ticket to our platform. So we are quite good at the connection with the current big player in Laos.
Thank you for that question. Danny Han with our next question, please.
Thank you very much. So you're targeting only local users, or are you targeting global tourists coming to Laos?
Yes, both. So currently we have about a 2.5 local internet user in Laos, and other 4.5 million international tourists coming to Laos. That's the number before the COVID-19. But I think the number is getting climbing, especially in the number for the international tourists.
So which target is your first priority?
The first priority will be the local market, but for the international tourists, so they can book the hotel from other platform, they can book the ticket from other platform. But when they come to Laos, so some events, for example, tour activities, some of the a personal guide would be through our platforms.
So you guys have more local knowledge than the other global players, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially the part that they are currently operating in Laos.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Additionally to that, we also thinking about opening the open API to other a big player aboard to access the local service in our country, so they can have the service up and running on their platform without having their own operation team in Laos. That is one of the revenue stream.
How much fee do you charge?
So currently we charge like a 10 to 20%, depending on like a different type of the service from the service provider. And for the API fee, it's gonna be like a similar to other like a OTA API standard fee.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the pitch and for the questions. Let's move on to our next pitch. And the team is Etikas Hollerboard from Malaysia. They are innovative and a reliable provider of digital signage software and one of the leading providers of digital technology software within Malaysia and surrounding countries. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Etikas Hollerboard.
Good afternoon, distinguished VCs and judges of the panel. My name is Tan Kok Beng from Malaysia, and I'm the founder of Hollerboard, our startup which aims to help small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, gain exposure via out-of-home advertising media. There is a misconception that billboards and out-of-home media is unaffordable by SMEs, which is not true. Ad agencies also typically serve larger brands and corporations, resulting in SMEs being an underserved market. Our solution is an online market platform where SMEs can search for and book billboards easily, saving time and money. Billboard owners, also known as media owners, have less unsold inventory and can reinvest more, and this will be good for the industry. For market validation, we are running a pilot of more than 1,000 billboards and digital screens with a coverage of 200 plus sites throughout Malaysia. In today's world of digital marketing, out-of-home is still very relevant with a growth rate of 11.9% annually. It has a TAM globally of USD 36 billion in 2022, and our SOM is USD 74 million across Southeast Asia. Our product has a simple 4-step booking process where media buyers can search, view the data, simulate various dates of packages via our quotations engine, and finally book their desired slots. In terms of business model, we take a 5% fee on each successful transaction. With an average earning of USD 38 per booking, we project a revenue of 650 million within the next 5 years. To achieve market adoption, we are using our existing mailing list and have lined up several SME engagement events with trade agencies and media owner partners. We also plan to onboard more media owners by providing great value to them via data and tools at no additional charges. And this is how our competitor landscape looks like. Our platform focuses on the media buyer's perspective. A buyer can book across geographical coverage which cannot be provided by a single media owner alone. And with our quotation engine, managers can start with a budget and work backwards to create multiple scenarios to present to decision makers. We make research easy via Google Street Maps, traffic data, playlist data, reducing unnecessary travel and CO2 emissions. Our team has been in this space for the past 19 years, providing digital signage and out-of-home software and services, and Hollerboard is an adjacent business. We have strong track record in Malaysia, serving many of our largest government agencies, public listed corporate companies, and multinational corporations. Among our notable client projects were these, involving His Royal Highness the Sultan of Selangor and the Prime Minister of Malaysia. To our esteemed VCs, we hope you will help us to achieve our vision. We are seeking an investment of USD 1 million to achieve 32,000 bookings. Thank you, Kamsahamnida, and terima kasih.
And thank you very much for that pitch. Let's start the Q&A once again with our judges. Who wants to be the first to ask a question to Etikas Hollerboard? Paul Myers with the first question. We need to unmute Paul Myers. Seems like the audio is not coming through. Okay. Sorry about that. We seem to have lost the audio feed with Paul Myers. We'll try to reconnect.
Oh, wait, I'm back.
Okay.
Here we
great.
go, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, something on my side. So nice presentation, good-looking business. What's in it for the owners of the media, the signs, I don't even know what you'd call it, the signboards. So why would they go with you rather than with somebody else? That's my question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Myers, for your question. So it's an excellent question. Typically for a business for outdoor advertising, a corporate client who wishes to advertise, they would not directly book, right? So there's a few layers that they go through. The first is they'll probably engage an ad agency, which comes up with the creative aspect of it. And also the ad agencies, sometimes they're from overseas, international companies. They're pretty large, like Ogilvy and others. So those are the agencies. And then they will need a local specialist, which knows where are the locations of all the billboards to be purchased, where are the good sites, right? So we typically are sort of trying to do the business of the local specialist, right? So we can serve the corporate clients directly, or we could also serve the agencies, but we are like the go-to people to know where the good sites are. Does that answer your question?
Kind of. It was more from the other side. So if I own the billboard, the physical board itself, why would I do business with you rather than somebody else? Would I get more money? Would I get more fulfillment? Would my billboard be rented and used more frequently?
Yes, that is the idea, sir. We hope to increase the ROI of existing billboard owners. We call them media owners, actually. So if they have a good ROI on whatever they have invested, there is a chance that they will reinvest, and that would be good for the industry. So we have been in this business for a long time, and some of our previous customers, because we are some of the providers of software and solutions to build new billboards, right? So a very common question we get asked is, if we were to purchase this billboard or we engage you, what's our ROI like? So this business actually came about as an answer to some of our clients. So we can now help them a little bit in terms of their ROI. We cannot guarantee it, but we can try.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Ted Nam with our next question, please.
Yes, you have been doing this business for a long time. So to me, it looks like that through your revenue, the market size of your country is not so big. What is your opinion about that?
Okay, thank you for your question, Mr. Ted Nam, sir. Okay, we need to expand regionally, right? So you are very, very right in the sense that Malaysia is kind of a small market, but Southeast Asia can potentially be a very rewarding market, right? And we also take the opportunity being in this Korean ASEAN startup, environment. We would like to see if we can explore working with Korean startups or Korean media owners who wish to expand to Malaysia, right? So there are Japanese media owners already doing that in Malaysia. So we are working with them. So it'd be lovely if we can find Korean media owners with the same mindset who wish to expand to Malaysia. Thank you, sir.
To do overseas business, so what is your strong point?
Okay, I think our tech platform would be the strong point, and we believe in selling by data. So a competitor can easily replicate the platform, but the advantage that we have is we work together with partners, right? Like a mapping company in Malaysia, like a queue management system in Malaysia, the ones that you go to like a bank or something and you take a number. So we can access their data. So our platform will have a lot more data than competitors.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the pitch. Thank you for the questions. We must now move on to our next pitch, and it is by Coffee Star, by Faria Holdings, once again from Malaysia. They are pioneering a technology-driven coffee retail business, developing a fully automated self-service barista machine, Coffee ATM. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coffee Star.
I believe everyone could relate with this. During the height of COVID-19 pandemic, if you work during that day where the world is closed down and shut down, where you get your coffee? That's where Coffee Star came into pictures. My name is Raja from Coffee Star. we developed new way of dispensing good cup of coffee through a fully digital and automated kiosk. There's no human being serving you coffee. The uniqueness about this is it's fully digital and automated, open 24/7. It only takes about 1 square meter in different way of retail. From our market study, in Malaysia, coffee to go is 2 billion ringgit business. And it's segmentized based on these following criteria. It's either retail or online or some other services. This is where Coffee Star came into place. We offer self-service machine. Number 2 is corporate clients or corporate services and also online retail. Our business model is retail coffee via coffee ATM, provide corporate coffee services or corporate leasing, and last but not least is coffee retail online. So the 3 methods that I highlighted earlier, the coffee ATM available at high-paced locations like in the airports or transport hub, mall, hospital, and central business district. Whereby for corporate client, we've been servicing not less than 20 clients, some of it with the big names like Malaysia Airports or BMW. And online, people can buy coffee through our website or in the marketplace. So this is a team. We have 135 years of experience to make this happen. We have done POC in 2019, 6 months in May 2019, and we're very confident that this new retail method highly suitable, particularly during the new normal. So last year we did 1.6 million, and this year we hope to do 5.3 million, 5 times higher than previous year. And in the future, 2023, we plan to grow 5 times higher as well with 17.1 million. Before I end, let me share with you about coffee purpose. We allocate 5% of profit for social causes, giving back to society through our long-term program or pockets of localized program such as flood relief, giving donation during difficult days, or blood donation drive. That's all program for this year. On the long term, we also have a coffee for frontliners, whereby we have donated about 17,000 cups of coffee for frontliners and still ongoing, and a few other initiatives. That's all from me. I'm Raja from Coffee Star.
Thank you very much, Coffee Star, for that pitch. Time for our Q&A. 5 minutes with the judges. Please type question into the chat. Who wants to ask the first question or even a comment? 5 minutes starts now. Roger Royo with our first question.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just wonder if you have benchmark another company, because I mean, coffee machines are everywhere in the world. And for example, here in Korea, even there are coffee machines, normally people goes to Starbucks and other like familiar brands that we know. So I just wonder if you have benchmarked any solution or any kind of like company to say, okay, I want to be like that in this country. This is our goal, or this is something that you want to start creating your own brand value and so on. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Professor, for the good question. So over here in Southeast Asia, I would say number 1 is Starbucks. They have a biggest or most outlets. And number 2, quite similar model to have to us is Costa. They operate through machines as well. However, their advantage or the unique selling proposition that we put up to the market is we build the machine from ground up, which is number 1, it's suitable for tropical climate. Most of the machine from other competitors are imported from Northern Hemisphere. It's not for our place, like, very humid and hot. So it's designed for that way. Number 2, if I compare to Costa earlier, they don't have a payment mechanism to the machine. So the machine should be attached to any physical outlet or existing outlet. In our case, it's freestanding. There's no required of human being to serve or to help you in terms of managing the machines. So hope I answered your question.
then the quality of the coffee then, because if you have the machine and I don't know, the technology and everything, do you think the quality of your coffee is comparable with one of Starbucks? For example, like myself, I drink latte. So, you know, you have to deal with the milk and dairy products and so on. So do you think I mean, actually, I cannot taste the coffee, so that's why I asked your own perception.
Sure. I would say like number one is the people speak by themselves. I mean, people put out a review online and also give comment online about the quality. I would say even we are consistent more than a normal outlet like our competitors, because one person to another person might have different way of doing things. That machine will, when you program it, they will do the same way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you for that question. Any other questions or comments from our judges? Who wants to ask the next question? Razia Usman, please go ahead.
Thank you. That's an interesting presentation. So I have one quick question. You have quite an ambitious goal for the upcoming years. What are your particular or probably unique strategies to achieve that? And I think the fact that you have a coffee ATM, the whole pandemic thing is kind of help because people are trying to limit their interaction with other people. So a coffee ATM sounds great, but now that things are coming back to normal and whatnot, but at the same time you plan to have a very ambitious goal as far as revenue. How do you achieve that?
Hey, Razil, thanks for the question. I would say I'll answer the second question first, whereby after the pandemic, actually, it's our best growth ever because number one, people get used to the new way of doing this. And we exposed during those pandemic that there are no other competitors being operating. So it's become the part of their lives. In terms of growing for next year, we want to grow bigger in terms of coffee ATM, of course, and put it online products together with our corporate clients. So when we have economy of scale and for example, our coffee beans can be advertised through our machines that, okay, you can get a coffee from our website or marketplace.
30 seconds.
So it can amplify the branding opportunity for the brand itself.
Okay, thank you for that. 20 seconds left if you have any final thoughts. Coffee Star?
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And we ought to grow bigger in ASEAN region within next year as well.
Thank you for that, Coffee Star, and thank you to our judges as well. Our next team coming up for the pitch is Medica from Malaysia. They are the leading clinical stage biopharmaceutical company in the country. They develop and commercialize botanical drugs and high-value herbal products of Malaysian and Southeast Asian origin. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Medica.
Hello, my name is Abrazak Muhammad Isa. I'm from Medica Natura, a Malaysian biopharmaceutical company focusing on botanical drugs and high-value natural ingredients of Malaysian origin. Today, my presentation is titled The Queen of Malaysian Herbs Going Global. SK7 is derived from Lobelia pumila, that is also known as Queen of Malaysian Herbs. It's the first Malaysia botanical ingredient to receive multiple global regulatory approvals. We have filed for patent and also trademark on SK7. We have completed preclinical and clinical studies on metabolic syndromes and other related diseases on SKF7. One of the area is obesity. Why? Because of direct cost estimates of obesity in Southeast Asia is huge. It's about 7.5 billion USD. And in Malaysia alone is about 1.7 billion USD. Recently, we have completed multi-center phase 2 randomized double-blind placebo-controlled clinical trials in Malaysia and also in Indonesia for the treatment of obesity. And we also have completed randomized double-blind placebo-controlled clinical trial in India focusing on pharmacokinetics and safety of SKF7. This is the results from Malaysia study. As we can see from here, a significant waist circumference reduction in the SKF7 treated group and also significant body weight reduction in the SKF7 treated group. Also shown here a significant total cholesterol ratio reduction in the SKF7 and also significant total cholesterol mean reduction in the SKF7 treated group. In a growth of SKF7 towards Malaysia's first botanical drug to treat metabolic syndrome, we have completed preclinical in vitro, we have completed preclinical in vivo, we have completed phase 1/N2 human clinical trials, and then we are moving towards phase 3, which should be under the US FDA IND clearance. This should turn SKF7 as a Malaysia's first botanical drug to treat metabolic syndrome. And our go-to-market consists of 4 segments: retail, e-commerce, healthcare professionals, and strategic distributors in countries of interest. One of our go-to-market is through e-commerce. We have established a website, labisity.com, to sell our product to Malaysian consumers. And then our product will also be available on Amazon, Canada, and in the US in the middle of October. And our projected revenue in the next 5 years will be 100 million USD. And our journey towards commercialization and to be Malaysia's first unicorn in life science beginning in 2006, and then by the next 5 years, we plan to be listed on NASDAQ and to be the Malaysia first unicorn in life science. And then we have raised 8 million USD, and then we plan to raise additional 50 million under Series B for us to grow our value chain to meet our projected revenue and profit numbers. I'm the co-founder of Medica Natura, and then Mr. Muhammad is also the co-founder of Medica Natura. Both of us are highly qualified professionals managing the Medica Natura since 2006. And our team, and then thank you.
Thank you very much for that pitch, Medica from Malaysia. Let's go ahead and start the Q&A session. Once again, 5 minutes. Any questions or comments from our judges? Just have to type question in the chat. Who wants to ask the first question to Medica? Ted Nam with the first question.
Yeah, how big is the market size in your country?
Can you hear me?
How big is the market size of your country?
Okay, obesity market size currently in Malaysia is about 5 billion USD.
About your SKF.
USD, 5 billion USD cost of obesity in Malaysia. And then about close to 10 billion USD related to non-communicable diseases. This is based on official data from our Ministry of Health.
Well, I'm asking about your product market size.
Currently our market size, we have completed phase 2, and then we are moving to therapeutic. So we are in the midst of go to market. So this is where we are pitching to raise more money for us to go to market. Because for the last 8 years, our focus was on the development of preclinical and clinical data. Yeah, and then our product will be the first therapeutic botanical to treat obesity in this country, in Malaysia.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Who wants to ask a next question or even comment? Just have to type question in the chat. Any question? Paul Myers, please go ahead.
Hi, thanks. Nice presentation. I saw that you were talking about getting U.S. FDA approval. How does that work for non-American companies? I'm American and I grew up there, and so I saw domestic companies do it. But how does it do it? How does it work for a Malaysian company?
Okay, good question. We already got our first clearance under new dietary ingredient in the US last June 2022. That is for dietary supplement market. That's why we are entering the US through Amazon and Canada. So that on the dietary supplement market. On the botanical drugs, that is a guideline under IND. We have a consultant in the US that guiding us on the application process. So we are on track because we meet all the safety requirement as per FDA, which is must be a GLP compliant data. And then we have also human clinical data in Malaysia, Indonesia, and also India to support our application. And then for application-wise for IND, that only requires technical data to be submitted. And you don't have to be an American company to submit the application to the FDA. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Razia Usman with our next question, please.
Thank you. I do believe that, you have a potential there, but my big question is health supplements is pretty diverse in the market. So how do you convince the market that this is, I know that you're the first biobotanical one, but how do you educate the market on that?
Okay, another good question. Yes, it's pretty diverse market, but there's not many dietary supplement that has a preclinical and clinical data that differentiate between our product against the other competitor. That's one. Secondly is our plant material, Labisa pumila, is very popular in the Asia Pacific. In fact, China also use our Labisa pumila as part of the dietary supplement. So education-wise, it's not difficult on the Asia Pacific region, but maybe we need a bit more education in the Western Hemisphere. This is why we have submitted for FDA, and we are also waiting for clearance from EFSA under Novel Food. So basically, the education will be emphasizing on the science and the clinical data.
Okay, we have 30 seconds left. Medica, if you have any final comments you'd like to say to close things out.
So this is going to be the first therapeutic treatment for obesity for Malaysia. We have filed for patent, we are covered under patent, we already got regulatory approvals from global regulatory bodies independently. This is where we see that we have the potential to capture the market. There's no other botanical that have gone through the process like what we did for the last 8 years.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. That was Medica from Malaysia. Last but not least, the final team for the day one pitch is Citizens Plus from Malaysia. They are multi-professionals that consist of architects, creativists, legal, new media specialists, Web3, and virtual developers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Citizens Plus.
Greetings everyone, I'm Hazman Hassan, Chief Technology of CitizensPlus.io. Today I'll be sharing a hopefully interesting project that aligns with the current trend in the realm of metaverse. Being from Malaysia, we have seen a lot of adaptations in various fields such as in event, fashion, education, human resource, e-commerce and many more. Our team consists of multidisciplinary professionals backed by distinguished prominent Malaysian advisors with wealth of experience. Our service range from phygital architecture and planning to designing metaverse, integrating architectural skills to gaming and Web3 integrations. These are some of the projects we have served for our clients. Our business models are Asia Cyber City Metaverse, Capacity Building Metaverse, Banking Metaverse, Metaverse for Storage. Introducing Cityverse, a phygital real estate platform that we are creating that will act like YouTube that allows for Metaverse content creator to create and host their standalone Metaverse in this new platform. The project inspiration comes from the integration of traditional Monopoly and Lego to create endless creative ideas. As internet penetration goes stronger, basic model by content creators will expand its capabilities to digital shadow and digital twin. Cityverse will have a strong core in philosophy, sustainable and economical core for benefits of future generations. We have completed a comprehensive 200-page white paper to construct the platform with various technological and architectural mechanism application. The feature comprised of digital land that can be purchased, connected to asset, metaverse storage space, and supported by many other utility tools. Our anchor project is a curated cloud storage for our digital remains in our mobile device. The solution is to create a platform to store precious memories and remain forever in blockchain. Ingat.io is a platform to store your memorable digital assets in your device, minted and auto-curated in Metaverse. Our roadmap will comprise of a 5-year plan from fundraising using token and NFT, creating the digital and bespoke Metaverse storage, to living and building with a community with various new technology and AI. Here are the comparison with various real estate gaming Metaverse. We believe that our platform is unique, as it is designed by professionals looking into many various technical angles. We also have engaged with various technical experts from all around Asia in order to create our vision of Asian Metaverse platform. Our team has managed to break through various media channels and awards from real estate, banking, and tourism sectors. Here are the financial models that we have designed and plan to execute. Our company is valued at United States dollars 30 million, taking into account solid background and track record from previous business. With this, we hope you enjoy our presentation, and let's embark in this journey together and create the first Asian Metaverse for the world and showcase the Asian strength and cultures. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that pitch. Time for our final Q&A for day one. Once again, judges, please type question into the chat. Roger Royo has our first question. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much and for this impressive project. I just wonder how many active users you have, monthly active users. That's my first question. And second, do you have any partner and any company that you work with? Thank you.
Hey, hi, Roger. Yeah, I think regarding the active users, since our go-to-market is basically initiating a lot of discussion with our existing partners that consists of corporates, prop developers. I think because our initial target is to plan to achieve our first milestone is a 5-figure users, which is 10,000. So that is equivalent to multiplying by at least a subscription value of 3,000 ringgit. So that is equivalent for that achievement itself is already a 30 million ringgit Malaysia of revenues. So the number two, in terms of partners, we have spoken with Indonesia, we're advanced in technology, they're the metaverse expert, and also we have actually collaborated with a lot of strategic partners in Malaysia itself in acquiring more than 5 million worth of technological tools to actually execute this project. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that question. Anybody else with a question or comment? Question or comment for Citizens Plus? Seems like
we would like to thank also the program, because there's a lot of companies from Korea already starting to call us to collaborate during the mentorship. Thank you so much for the program. That we really look up to Korean program, Korean planning of the Metaverse 5-year. It's really realistic, and from the Southeast Asian countries, we are really looking forward to how we can actually learn from Korea doing this kind of Metaverse, because it's not easy to actually doing urbanism Metaverse, and we think this is the future.
All right, well, we thank you for that. We thank you for your enthusiasm. And if there is no other question, we're going to, we do have one final question. This chat lag has been a little bit inefficient today, but we do thank you for bearing with us, judges. Sharon Nabire, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that's a futuristic presentation that you gave. I just have one question. I think you talked about different products that you hope to come up with. Do you have a roadmap? What does that look like? How are you going to be able to roll out some of these products?
All right. So
excuse me. I'm sorry. We have one rule that the person who did the pitch is the one that has to answer the question. Sorry about that.
Okay. No worries. All right. So to answer that, so let's take Metaverse as the whole universe itself. And one thing is that the Cityverse itself is the operating system, just like how Microsoft did, that was made to basically produce, typing software. So what we want to focus is on our anchor product is basically the Ingat.io itself, because that is a product that can actually penetrate the ready market, which is related to our life from born, marriage until death. So I think that we believe that by having a lot with our existing partners from Indonesia, Vietnam, and also all the way up to Switzerland, so we believe that it's a ready-to-go market already, and it's a use case that we have already researched and find it very interesting, and it can be a very successful, and we believe we are very confident that we can achieve the numbers that we want within a year.
Okay, thank you for that. 40 seconds left. Danny Han with a quick question.
Yeah, what is the based? Is it web-based or app-based, or do you have any? It's a multi-device service.
So it's a so I think number one is we have to mention that it's our proprietary system that will be patented. So I think it will be a multi-device, and we'll follow the suits in terms of what the technology can bring in the next 2 years, the next 5 years, all the way until 10 years, because we talk about we are building the AI that will last forever until the end of time. Thank you very much.
And what is your biggest cost?
10 seconds.
Our base cost is, we can say that manpower is zero, because we have all the expertise that willing to contribute in terms, because everyone has passion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone involved. Thank you to the judges for your wonderful questions. And this actually marks the end of the first day of the ASEAN-Korea Startup Week 2022. We hope you enjoyed today's pitches. We are going to thank everybody, including our audience, our judges, and our participants. Excellent job in sharing your business models. And of course, all of you joining, your feedback is also welcome. So tomorrow is day 2, and this is where the remaining 12 startups will pitch, and the top 4 will then be announced. So please don't miss out on that. We will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Korea Standard Time. Thank you very much.